Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Wisdom Transmissions. Today we're going to talk about the new energy that we, the people, are experiencing. The Wisdom Transmissions, co-creating a new civilization with truth, inspiration, and wisdom for a new generation. My name is Jonathan, and I'm joined today with Lyrata. Hello, Lyrata and Debra. So, take us into this new energy, this new topic of synthesis.
So I think that the energy we're talking about today is what we call synthesis energy. And it's riding in on the tide, the incoming tide of Aquarian energy that I think we can all feel and see. And the word I hear around being used by various observers of this is that's magic. That's magic. That wasn't supposed to happen, and it did, and it's magic. And so, this energy of synthesis is something we really want to share with you today because we know you're already feeling it. You are feeling this new breeze of possibility and joy and celebration, and like the clouds are parting and you can breathe again and so forth. There is the feeling that we are shedding the old world. We're shedding the old world like worn out shoes, and we're taking them off and walking on the grass and celebrating our feet and our head and so forth. So, Lyrata, you want to weigh in on this? It's very celebratory what we're experiencing right now.
Synthesis. Yes, this is the incoming energies, as Debra said, that are new because we are crossing many thresholds. Last time we spoke, I spoke about the dovetailing, the amount of different things that are happening at this time. And one of them is the fact that we're moving from the Piscean age into the Aquarian age. We are also we're changing drastically on every level. And I could name them, but in the long run, the most important thing everyone needs to know is that fundamental aspects of the way we have viewed the world, experienced the world, and known the world are completely changing now. And as a result of that, everyone might be experiencing and questioning, wow, what's this? Wow, I've never experienced that before. As we've all heard, everyone from news anchors to writers to you name it, talking heads, are all talking about the fact that we are living now in uncharted territory. This is uncharted territory. So I would posit that synthesis is a new frequency of energy that is available to the planet purposefully because the planet is undergoing its initiation. Okay? And that initiation affects all four kingdoms and the birth of a new kingdom that's happening as we speak. The kingdom of conscious souls, the spiritual hierarchy, also it's known as. So, yes, there's a lot going on, and this energy of synthesis can be felt in every category of our life, be it education, be it political, religious, it's scientific. The scientific world is coming together now with the spiritual world and realizing that many of the things that we have known for ages, are true. Okay. They're finding the scientific validation for many of the things that we have always known to be true. In the political world, we have this young woman by the name of Harris, who is coming in with her now VP running mate, Walls,
Tim Walls,
who are kind of walking above the waters, so to speak. They seem to be not finding any level of blocks, so forth. So, they're just kind of skimming the surface of things and getting things done that heretofore have been difficult for others in the same position. Okay.
So would you say this is a breakthrough of a new energy between the ages?
absolutely.
And why is it suddenly appearing in this particular way?
Can I just weigh in a little bit on this, because it's the energy of synthesis. What we're moving away from is top-down power over us and them, right and wrong, black and white, polarization. You're here, my tribe's over there, and we don't come together except when we fight. And all of that's a Piscean timestamp on the way we have done things for so long. And now this energy of synthesis eats opposites for lunch. I mean, it just absorbs the opposites and into this other sphere of just our common humanity, our common soul, and moves with joy and purpose and without obstacles. It's like the clouds part, the oceans separate so you can walk through. It's magic, and it truly is magic, and it's the magic of true purpose, soul unity, and the will to good. We want to improve every kingdom in nature, all life, everything that's suffering. It's a big tent, and we are all one in that endeavor, and it's so liberating.
What I learned recently in researching this new energy is that none of the old methods really work anymore, and since there's no one solution can fix the seemingly infinite number of problems that we're facing on this planet, we need an entirely new approach. So I do understand that, we can't resolve a problem at the level that it's being created, and humanity is just overwhelmed by conflict and problems and oppositions, which can't resolve themselves, however good our intentions. So, is this more than simply the energy of goodwill? What is it that is actually incoming, apparently?
I think one of the most important things I think that should be shared, or I'd like to share, is that the whole purpose of synthesis is to build the new civilization within humanity. The whole purpose is to build the new civilization.
The new civilization.
It is, later on, maybe in future sessions, we'll talk a little bit more about rays, and an understanding of how the building blocks, the 7 building blocks of the universe plow through and make up this world in which we live. And it is a time At the end of an age and the beginning of a new age, when a new civilization has to be built. Synthesis is doing that.
So we're talking about building a new civilization, but I want to go to the qualities that we're all experiencing right now that really highlight the energy of synthesis, because it's the fusing of everything. It's like the fusing of the rainbow, right, into this wonderful non-separated force. And so previously the dualities, the right, wrong, good, bad, they've kind of been absorbed into just the differentiation between love and fear. And a choice has been made toward love. The balance, the percentile of who's in love and who's in fear has shifted to love. That opened the door for this magical synthesis energy to just pour through all these new possibilities and feelings of freedom and the possibility of freedom and creativity and unity and joy. That comes from, so all the old dualistic boogeymen that we've been laboring under, just like the Wizard of Oz, when the curtains pulled back, turns out to be a wizened old man who's not big and scary at all. He's not well motivated, but so the ability of oppositional forces to control us through fear has been evaporating. And what's been coming out like a cleansing river, cleansing the landscape, is this other energy of joy and possibility and unity and oneness and creativity and energy and livingness. And that's like the quantum field in physics. That's like the limitless free energy and everything being connected in the string theory or the quantum entanglement in a beautiful way, not an imprisoned way, but that we really are connected with everybody. It doesn't matter how far away around the world. If they're in this energy, we're with them, and moving together. And so it's
so it's a unifying energy.
It's a very unifying energy, yes.
And it might be a conflicting energy initially. It might manifest as an aspect of conflict in some form or fashion, but I think the conflict is short-lived.
Yes.
It's not extensive. It just does what it has to do to break the crystallization, so to speak, and then moves on.
And when it does that, it starts this radiating field of magnetic attraction. Everything starts getting pulled into it, like, oh, that's not against me, that is me. I'm coming in to join this gathering magnetic field. We're like iron filings being drawn into something that's very loving, right?
Is this to do with opening the heart of humanity? Would you say this is to do with opening our hearts as a people?
I love that. I love that, Jonathan. I think it very well. It does result in that, because what I'm hearing when you say that, behind what you're saying, is the fact that the oversoul of humanity is seeking to integrate within humanity, to settle into humanity, and that is the manifestation of this planetary initiation that we're going through. That's how it's working with the human kingdom. Okay, it works with each kingdom according to their needs, its purpose, according to the divine plan, really. And one of them is that the soul of humanity, consciousness, is being seated within humanity.
So you would equate consciousness with the overshadowing soul or the human soul, and that
Yes.
is incarnating at this time. Is that the new energy
Yes.
opening
Yes.
our heart?
Yes, because we have been in the focus for this new aspect of our development, planetary development within the human kingdom itself, is the development of consciousness, the development of consciousness within humanity. Previously, it was the development of in the last solar incarnation, it was development of the physical form. Okay, now it's and it has been also the development really of the astral body. Okay, we've already been there, and are we not as emotionally developed as we need to be? You know, I mean, we find this emotional energy just pouring out everywhere. Now it's time for us to move into, as a group, a higher level of awareness, consciousness, soul.
So this is really what it suggests to me, is that this is a new path. So
Yes.
that, historically there has been religions and approaches to spirituality, various expressions of it, largely patriarchal in nature. I think we can all agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're suggesting is that there's a new path emerging that could be put in terms of a spiritual approach, but it suggests to me that this is a incoming, precipitating, rather than an aspirational attempt on our behalf. It's almost like unity consciousness is now the beginning to become the default, and therefore it's a top-down approach which interprets that word synthesis, isn't it? Because synthesis is sort of unity out of diversity, and if we're coming from unity and not diverse separatist individualism, then it's a new path.
It's a new path too, because it doesn't, distinct. I mean, the old age, the Piscean age, was all about, striving up to a heaven that was not reachable and not being worthy, and the sackcloth and ashes, and this personality we have is less than and not, loved and sinful, and all these things that the church did to us as conditioning for control. And now it's like, no, wait a minute, the soul is who we are. In essence, it is us coming into these bodies that we have, the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body, and saying, I love you. I'm coming in. We're going to make heaven on earth. We're going to dance. We're going to play. We're going to create, enjoy. And it all comes from the unity of the one life, because we are one.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to play here in diversity and love every bit of the tapestry that's so beautiful of humanity and the other kingdoms and nature, and get down and dig down so everything can be healed, everything can thrive and celebrate. It's like that. It's the magic of spirit coming into matter, heaven on earth. It's coming down into us without judgment.
I like that. Sounds great. But I'm a bit confused because, we're not going to be experiencing total harmony. There's still going to be and there is, obstacles and opposition, and the fight is on, and I love that expression. When we fight, we win. That's a
We
Harrison
win.
quote, isn't it?
Yes. And we're not
So,
going back. Okay.
but what has really changed there? That we understand that there is a consciousness prevailing on the planet. Some have referred to as the new sphere, the awakening mind of the earth. Is it that more and more of us are coming from that place?
Yes,
Mhm.
I think so.
Eckhart Tolle wrote the book, The New Earth. And when you talk about new sphere, the mind, the new mind, is that what you defined it as?
Yes, the new mind of the earth,
The
and
new
our
mind of the
mind
earth.
is
That's
one
what it
mind.
reminds me of. Everything that he spoke of in that book, which to me was an amazing book and needs to be read many times. One of the things that I'm sensing or realizing is that synthesis takes everything that has been, everything that we are, and whereas in the previously maybe opposing forces, we would find butting heads. But it takes everything that we are and weaves it together and creates something new from it. Okay? That's what synthesis does. Synthesis is a birthing canal for a new civilization, taking the old from the Piscean age, which worked, which is important for the new age, and bringing them all, these streams together, and creating out of it a brand new thing, which is fantastic. So it's then important for all of us, because we're trying to explain something that really hasn't really hit the ground yet. Okay, it's in the
Air.
it's in the air. It's there, but it's not something that's formed that we can say, aha, this is what it is. Okay, so I would really, I think it's important for all of us to take these tendrils of bits of information that we're sharing with you now and try to see if you can't recognize what's going on. Try to find it. Try to identify what the new streams of energy that you're experiencing are. Because all of us, if we have any sense whatsoever, and we do, we're all programmed with antennae. We all have senses. We all know that something is different and new and changing. Watch what's just kind of observe. Become the observer, okay, within your world, and see how things are changing and what it might be moving into. Okay, and when you do that, look at everything. Look at what you're hearing on not only television, radio, what you're reading, what you're hearing in the zeitgeist of our world, not just the United States, but beyond, globally, and see what new streams are coming through and how they're connecting in ways that we never thought that they would connect before.
And we can speak to it. We can notice it. Whoa, that just happened. That was miraculous. That was magical. That energy, once we recognize it, it has more weight in our life, right? And we can say, hey, I like that. I don't know what synthesis is, but I can say, hey, universe, I'd like to have a dose of synthesis and understand more about it and feel it, see it, ride with it, join with it. So
I think limitlessness
Yeah.
Word limitlessness is coming to me. Limitlessness. Realize that we are right now, all the rules have been chucked. There are no rules right now. Okay? There is a sense of limitlessness. There's a sense even almost of weightlessness because things are new. And that means that there's potential in this period of time that we can learn from, create in, become new ourselves. What have you always wanted to do that maybe you held yourself back on? This is the time to shift.
I would encourage everyone to look into the contrast of the energies that are playing out. You know, on the one hand, we see conflict, we see that that sort of put down energy which assumes authority and is not always particularly honest. It simply has an agenda. And then the contrasting energy, which is an expression of joy and upliftment, which is magnetic, it sparks, it's fiery energy. And there's the beginning, the early warning, or the early signs of this new type of energy that is coming in. And so we can make choices around this. We can align to it, and also to realize that essentially, you know, we do know that everything and all of us are interconnected, and that is consciousness, and we can identify with that movement and let go of obsessing or being distracted by that obstructive energy, which is the past.
Yeah.
So we're speaking about how to bring in the energy that will nurture and co-create the future.
There's another element, if I could interrupt, Jonathan, that's very much a part of this energy of synthesis and its miracles, and that is the element of agency. When synthesis moves through a person, what they step back into is their agency. It's like you take your power back. It's magnetically drawing it. All the power we've invested in the boogeyman out there is coming back to us individually and collectively as this beautiful agency where humanity's taking its actual role as a creator in the cosmic scheme of things. We are creators. That's what we are. And so I just want to throw that part in because the agency is the driver of the creativity.
So this is an invitation to recognize the new happening and to place our trust in siding with the new sense of joy, the new beginnings, the new possibilities. Recognize that it's unifying and that it does apparently absorb oppositions step by step in a very subtle, sometimes extreme forms, and magnifies the apparent opposition, but that is a temporary phase before the new energy is revealed and expresses itself and dances on the world stage. So this is really just an expression of hope and one that we will continue to unfold and share with you. And please offer a question and a comment, and we'll get back in touch via our website, via YouTube, or please subscribe to join us on Substack. Any further final comments?
Yeah, like and subscribe and breathe it in and ask to be open to it. Okay, because it's not, whatever people, I've heard the comment by Talking Heads, oh, well, this might just be a sugar high. No, my friends, no. This is a wave that's coming out of the stars to us to move us to our new humanity, our new birthright and creativity and joy. And yeah, it's work. It's not, you're not going to just lie in a hammock and get synthesis and then, it's work. But as they say, it's good work. It's good trouble, right? It's good. So, yeah, we wanted to share that with you because it is a time for joy and faith, and the old rules are just crumbling. There's no, the typical playbook. Well, last time, here's what that was then. See that in the rearview mirror? I'm so far down the road with everybody today. So it's a new thing. It's a new day.
A new day.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Debra. Thank you. Lyrata, any further thoughts?
No, I think that sums it up very well.
Okay, so well, I'd like to just offer a closing thought that the past age has been conditioned really by conflict. And in our best ways, we have sought harmony out of conflict. But the new path, this new energy we're speaking about, is really the path of harmony through synthesis. So it is an energy that is coming in, as you said, Debra, from the stars, that is already undifferentiated. It's already in harmony, and therefore it will absorb conflict and appear in a new form, in new frequency, and in a more harmonious way. So we look forward to joining you again in a short while. Thank you so much.